Hey guys, and welcome back to another episode of Food School Smarter, Stronger, Leaner podcast on a mission to inspire a world where food makes us better. Guys, yesterday I did one amazing interview with true fitness influencer who's been changing our fitness industry through one-of-a-kind workout program. But I'm going to keep it a secret who that is. You're going to find out tomorrow when you tune into Food School Podcast. Today, we are talking about no less important subject, our gut health. Specifically, we are talking about gut health for weight loss. Guys, if you are interested in simple, ideal body weight that is easy for you to maintain for life without dieting and depriving yourself. Like, I'm not a fan of dieting, when you're constantly hungry and you deprive yourself of totally delicious, nutritious foods or whole food groups, and you do it especially for a long period of time, it's not good. Not good for physical health, for mental health, for hormonal health. That is just not a good recipe for good quality health, life, and mental stability and emotional stability. All these, crazy diets, they're just not good news for our health, especially if you are a woman. You probably know that. Like, you go on a diet and your period goes all over the place, your mood, your energy. For guys, you might start losing your hair, muscles, and you might not sleep well and become all cranky and not good to other people. So all things will go south with one of those crazy diets. But there are certain aspects of our eating that will make reaching and maintaining our ideal body weight almost feel like no work at all, just the enjoyable habit that now you do. About a few of those habits that will help you to maintain your ideal body composition easy and enjoyably. We're going to talk about some of these habits today, of course. And all of these habits that we're talking about today are about our gut health. They're built around our supporting, maintaining, and improving our gut health. This information I've been developing and researching and popularizing on my different social media for quite a while. But what made me want to share it once more and help you to start practicing it better and more consistently. What made me think about this again is this new book that just came out a few weeks ago. Eat Smarter, Use the Power of Food to Reboot Your Metabolism, Upgrade Your Brain, and Transform Your Life by Shawn Stevenson, who is an author, nutritional professional, nutritional and health professional, and also quite a big influencer in health, nutrition, holistic health fields. So he wrote this book about how to eat smarter, basically not dieting, but actually helping your body to improve functions so you get and maintain your holistic mental, physical, and emotional health. And so a huge chunk of his book is dedicated to gut health because, guys, more and more research is coming out saying that gut health is everything. If you don't have good gut health, and if there is something going on, you have some irritation, some symptoms in indigestion, all kinds of discomforting sensations in your gut, that will affect you on your mental level, physical, emotional. Nothing gonna go well when our gut isn't well. That's just, simplified version of all the science that's coming out. It's, important for our brain health. We don't have a good connection yet with our heart health, but I'm sure it's going to be done at some point. So gut health. There are three aspects that are very important for gut healthy eating. Well, let's just take out the bonus one. First, eating processed sugars, anything made with processed white flours. And if you ask me, any grain flours, really, you should eat whole grains, not flours. Processed foods, takeout that has a lot of pro-inflammatory fats, that pro-inflammatory for our gut, that do not allow our gut to stay healthy, that feed bad bacteria that then create certain compounds that irritate our gut and create more inflammation. So eliminating those, that's your first priority. Junk food, sugars, processed foods, it's not about the calories, guys. It's about that these foods have negative effect on our health, and it's not about calories. It's just the stuff that it's made of or how it's made. Okay, so once we eliminate that, now how can you eat for your gut health to actually improve it, to actually make your gut thrive, and with that improve all areas of your health, from your brain health to your muscles to your energy levels, everything. So what do we eat? How do we eat? Well, there are, again, three important aspects. Fiber. Different kinds of fibers will stimulate proliferation or growth of different kinds of bacteria. And when it comes to our gut, just like our planet or our environment, biodiversity is a really, really, really good news. So when we have a lot of different gut bacteria, they kind of balance each other out, don't allow any of them to overgrow and create problems. Plus, with all these different fibers, mostly when we eat fiber in whole foods, we feed, at least from all the science, all the studies we have, we feed good gut bacteria that create in return beneficial compounds that help us to heal our gut and our whole body, that create serotonin, that boost our immune system. So to feed all of these good gut bugs, and to create more of them and different kinds of them to reap full benefits of all the possible benefits we can get from our gut, we need to feed them different foods. Many of you guys, I consciously taught myself how to eat variety of different fibers, different foods. But a lot of you might not be in that place yet, but it doesn't mean that you can't do that in a simple way. So I taught myself how to eat for variety or biodiversity in my gut. I basically focus on different colors. So I make sure that almost every day I eat something yellow, of course, all natural, with fiber. I mean, plant-based foods. I eat something yellow, something orange or red, something green, something purple, something white. As long as you eat all these different colors, they have different fibers and compounds, antioxidants that feed different gut bacteria and help different gut bacteria to thrive. Another way of doing so, every time I go shopping, I make sure that I don't pick up just the same kind of vegetables that I picked up last week, but or the same kind of berries on fruit. Whatever variety is available to me, I pick every single thing that I can see from all of these, different foods. Like today was green broccoli, tomorrow is going to be some purple cauliflower, the day after going to be some bok choy, then spinach, then this other weird looking green vegetables that I don't even know the name of. I'm going to pick it up, do some Google research, and going to cook it. The same, if there are many different berries, like today I'm going to eat blueberries, tomorrow raspberries, the day after cherries, then I'm going to have strawberries, then something else. I'm going to eat nectarines or persimmons, and then mangoes and bananas. Bananas I eat almost every day. I don't know, I love bananas, and they have good source of prebiotic fiber and really good for creating serotonin. But anyhow, I have a thing for bananas. Other than that, most of my foods I rotate on a daily basis. So the best way to make sure that you eat variety of plant-based foods is every time you shop, pick up stuff that you haven't tried, pick up different things. Don't just go for the same things, And another way is to make sure that every day you eat a variety of colors, not just green, not just yellow, not just orange, but all of them. Whites and purples seem to miss in a lot of people's diets, and they have especially beneficial compounds like anti-cancerous or things that promote longevity, good cardiovascular health, heart health, brain health. They are on the menu of the longest living people, like people in Okinawa who eat a lot of purple sweet potatoes. So make sure that you eat different colors, and you always pick up something different when you shop for your vegetables, your fruit, your berries, right? That's the different fibers, guys. Remember, they feed different gut bacteria. Also, don't let me forget about nuts and seeds, or whole grains, or these lentils, legumes, beans that are an amazing source of resistance starch. That is a kind of fiber that is super beneficial. Like other fibers are beneficial too, but this is like a feast for our gut bugs. They love resistant starch. And so beans and lentils, they're super rich in that resistant starch. And so that's why you also want to eat more of them. Also beans and lentils, they seem to be on the menu of the longest living people too. In Okinawa, in Japan, they eat their fermented soybeans. In like Mediterranean regions, they just eat different kinds of beans and lentils. The only thing about beans and lentils, you gotta soak them and you gotta cook them thoroughly, because there are some anti-nutrients that can irritate our gut, but they are totally destroyed when you soak them and you cook them, and then you only get the amazing benefits. So beans, right? So that's about prebiotic. And there is also a specific type of fiber. Well, now we are talking about prebiotics, guys. So prebiotic, compared to probiotics, prebiotics are the foods for our guts. Now, all the other fibers, they are also foods for our guts, but these prebiotic fibers seem to feed more and better our beneficial gut bacteria. And by the way, resistant starch, the one that is in beans and lentils, it's the kind of prebiotic fiber. So those prebiotic fibers, special kind of fibers that our, again, gut bacteria love very much. Those we can find in things like, and they're recommended to be eaten on a daily basis in some form. So prebiotics you can find naturally in things like garlics, onions, asparagus, apples, bananas, even chocolate like cacao powder, cocoa beans, cacao beans, depending, how you like to pronounce it. They are super rich in those prebiotic compounds and antioxidants that our gut bacteria love. But of course, choose the one without sugar and without milk. I go for 100%, but even if you go for something like 90%, that can be pretty good too. But all the beneficial stuff is in the actual cacao, not the other stuff. And milk, for example, if you are eating regular dairy milk chocolate, that can actually prevent your gut from absorbing a lot of those compounds, just because milk proteins will bind those antioxidants. So basically will not allow your gut to get them, to absorb them. They basically handcuff those antioxidants and don't allow them to work, right? So dairy chocolate is not good for your health or your gut, even though I might admit it is quite pleasurable and enjoyable. So pillar of gut health number one that you want to practice every day is eating different variety of, plant-based foods, colors, prebiotic and resistant starch. So prebiotics, again, garlics, onions, asparagus, bananas, apples, and there are quite a lot of other foods with prebiotic fibers. Google prebiotic foods, and eat some of that every single day. And then, besides fiber, besides prebiotic fibers, we want to talk about probiotics, or those foods that contain more of those beneficial gut bacteria that are proven to be in the guts of the healthiest people, and that seem to create all these different chemicals and compounds that make us feel happier and make and heal our gut and decrease our inflammation and help our brain to stay healthy for many years ahead, right? So all of these bacteria, they seem to be abundant in these probiotic foods that we as humanity learn how to make. So here I'm talking about sauerkraut, I'm talking about kimchi, I'm talking about naturally fermented yogurts and kefirs. When it comes to yogurts and kefirs, make sure that you aren't consuming a lot of sugar with that. I always recommend to go for plain yogurt and kefir, and then if you'd like, add some berries or fruit to that to make it more interesting. That's the way I would do it if you don't like it plain. I personally love plain kefir and yogurt. I think they are amazing when it comes to flavor. So those foods, again, kimchi, we have sauerkraut, we have also things like natto that is fermented. Those are fermented soybeans that are also, high in K2, that is super good for our health. I'm sorry, I'm just drinking some coffee, actually. So, probiotics, kimchi, sauerkraut, we have yogurt, we have kefir, we have natto, miso. If you're a fan of Japanese cuisine, you know what miso is. It's also a fermented product made from soybeans. By the way, guys, a lot of people think that soy is pro-inflammatory. And it is when you eat copious amount of it from milks and, tofu and different substitutions, meat substitutions, if you are trying to be more plant-based, right? That is not the way to eat soy. You want to eat fermented soy only, naturally fermented, and you don't want to be eating a lot of it, like, 1 serving a day. That's all you need. And the same kind of goes for all fermented foods. Eat a little bit of kimchi or sauerkraut, whatever you prefer. Eat like 150 to 200 milliliters of yogurt or kefir. I personally consume 500 milliliters of kefir every single day because it's also a great source of highly absorbable calcium. And calcium alone is good for our digestion because it's involved in production of digestive enzymes that help our body to break down fats and proteins in our foods. So dairy, kefir, and yogurt, they are good in their own way, that they're not equal to coconut or almond yogurt or kefir or other plant-based options. They were not researched that well and seem not to have the same beneficial gut effect. So I would recommend to stick with dairy, yogurts, and kefirs. By the way, guys, if you are dairy sensitive, lactose intolerant or sensitive, the chances are because bacteria in yogurts and kefirs eat all the lactose that usually causes the most problems with dairy, you might not be as sensitive to yogurts and kefirs. So try it out and see how you do. And that's basically it when it comes to gut health improving diet that will, guys, help you with weight loss, with reaching and maintaining ideal body weight. It will also help you to actually recover better as an athlete and build your muscles faster and easier, just because you're going to be absorbing so much more nutrition from your foods. And for your muscles to grow, it is an important factor how your gut works and how much nutrition you're able to absorb from your foods. It will help you to recover as an athlete. And there are so many mechanisms, honestly, guys, that we science-wise, we just not sure of how it all works. We just know that people with great gut health, they have much easier time. Basically, they don't have any problems with maintaining their body weight or their health or building muscles or being good athletically, meaning, If you want to be a professional athlete, then probably if your gut is healthy, it's going to be much easier for you. If you want to build up muscle, your gut health will support that, as also many other functions. So gut health, these are the pillars, of maintaining your gut health in good condition for many years ahead. So you want to eat variety for biodiversity, and biodiversity is correlated from evidence with ideal body weight and long-term health and no diseases, right? So biodiversity, how do we cultivate biodiversity in our gut? We eat different kinds of plant-based fibers. A good way to measure, the diversity of your daily plant-based foods is to eat different colors. Eat a rainbow, they say this, so this works. So eat a rainbow. And also every time you go shopping, pick up foods that you haven't picked up before. Don't just go through the same stuff. Get something different, even if you don't know what it is, so what? There is Google. You Google it, you watch a video, 3-minute video, and now you know how to cook this food. We live in a beautiful world where you can know everything, how to make it happen instantaneously. Like bok choy, this week I actually first tried to make bok choy with my other foods, not in a salad. So it turned out good because I Googled it and watched the video, 2-minute video. So anyhow, you can learn how to cook everything very, very easily. So we're eating a variety of fibers of different colors from different plant-based foods to increase biodiversity, or the kinds of bacteria that live in our gut. And then we eat prebiotics fibers. We eat beans and lentils. We eat garlics, onions, asparagus, bananas, apples, chocolate, but the good one, the dark one, the darker the better. We also, the next pillar is probiotics. Every day we eat something like yogurt and kefir and kimchi and sauerkraut. And of course, a bonus pillar, that one is about removing stuff. So sugars, takeout, processed foods, all of that should go out of your diet as soon as possible, gradually, step by step if you have to, but the less of this stuff you eat, the better your gut gonna be. There is no doubt about that, none. All the scientists agree on that one with me. So guys, science works when you practice it. The less of that stuff you have, the better your health is going to be, and the more of that stuff you have. Science and recent evidence shows that even if you eat a lot of vegetables, if you also eat a lot of sugar and processed stuff, that's not going to be good for your long-term health. It actually cancels a lot of benefits of those vegetables and other nutritious foods that you are eating. So please do remember that. So eliminate all this junk. Eat as many calories as possible. Eat prebiotics and probiotics and other nutritious foods that come from animal kingdom, like fatty fish, eggs, and organ meats like chicken livers, shellfish like mussels and oysters. And you're gonna be in an amazing shape, and you will never have to worry about your weight. If you want to put muscles, you will put on muscles, and you're gonna be energetic, and you're just gonna ace this life, and everything's going to be awesome. I promise you that. The more you practice, the better it's going to be. So that's it for today, guys. Today we covered once again a few pillars, 3 pillars of gut healthy practice that we need to do more of every single day if we want to look our best, feel our best, and perform our best on all levels. So if you guys, if you have any questions about what you heard today, if you need more details, please reach out on any social media where you can find me: Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, Twitter. I'm everywhere, Medium, LinkedIn, what else out there? So please do reach out or email me, Angela@CreateYourself.today. If you are in London, I'm in London too. I have a local WhatsApp group for Londoners where people ask me questions and they share tips and advice. Please do reach out if you want to be invited into that group, completely free. It's just local hangout for people into nutrition and health. share this episode with one another person who might be interested in improving their health and not sure how to go about that. Plus, the bonus in sharing is that when you share, when you learn together, or when you teach something, what you learned today, you're gonna remember and practice it better. And also, if you practice it together, you're gonna be it's going to be so much easier, and you're going to be so much more motivated to do it better. So all these better habits will stick with you much faster. So for that reason, also share this episode. Let's share and distribute and spread health, gut health specifically in this episode. Thank you guys for tuning in. Really appreciate your time and attention. Tomorrow, stay tuned for a one-of-a-kind fitness influencer who's changing the world of fitness, especially at home fitness. So please stay tuned for that tomorrow. And also, she's 55. She looks like a fitness model. And don't you want to know some of her secrets? So stay tuned tomorrow. Until next time, as usual, guys, eat better daily.